Hey folks, here with another interesting guitar. This is a relic of the 1970s. It is a Masada, which is a Japanese built guitar, I believe from 1970s. You can get a look at the headstock there. I don't have a lot of information on this guitar. Here's the back of the headstock, tuners. Not a lot of information on it. I was given it by a friend and actually plan on giving this thing away. I've been working on it to get it to play better. It did not have these electronics in it. It was a straight acoustic guitar. I put those electronics in it, volume, tone, and I ended up putting this hot rail humbucker I had in there just to give it a little more versatility. It is, as far as I can tell, mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck, and it does have a bit of a V to the back of the neck. It's not super pronounced, but it does have a bit of a V, and it's more pronounced up at the nut than it is down at the 12th. We've got what appears to be a spruce top, rosewood for the bridge, rosewood for the fingerboard, some kind of plastic nut. That mother of pearl Masada logo, that is actually, appears to be some kind of applique, like a sticker. It's a little bit interesting. It does have black binding and some purfling. It's not a high-end guitar by any stretch of the imagination. Someone at some point took the bottom 3 frets out of the fretboard. I'm not sure why. They chipped it out. We've got a black plastic guard there. Let's see if we can get a shot of the label inside the guitar. There we go. It's interesting in that it is another one of those 1970s guitars made in Japan. The name isn't really out there on the internet all that much. I really don't know who made it. I know that Ibanez and a bunch of other companies were making all kinds of guitars under all kinds of names back then. And these guitars, interestingly enough, I know the Les Paul copies that they were making back then were extremely nice. And these acoustics are nice also. I do have a 1970s guitar that I will be featuring sometime if I can pry it out of my buddy's hands. But it's also an interesting guitar. It has rosewood back and sides, and it was actually a rejected Sigma, which was a Japanese Martin. And that thing is beautiful to listen to. This guitar here, there's nothing really special about the way it sounds or the way it plays. In fact, I've been grinding down on this bridge here, these saddles, to make it play better, and I've actually been able to grind these saddles down quite a bit, and it's brought the action down to where it's actually usable. I'm not sure why that was up there so far, or if the neck moved over time, but it was hard to play, really. This guitar, interestingly enough, you can see it has the dots there. There's no dots there, so it's obviously supposed to be a right-handed guitar, but there were no dots up here either. Strange. I drilled these holes in there. I'm going to fill them in with some paint or something. I use these dots up on the edge of the fretboard to get my bearings a lot, and it's I've never seen a guitar that hasn't had them. Get a little more shots here. I'll put some stills in there too. See the black binding there. There's the back. Nothing special there. Looks like just mahogany. Yeah, obviously it wasn't meant to be a high-end guitar. Tuning machines work just fine. They're an open back design, but they hold their tune just fine. They come up to tune okay. If you try to detune, they tend to kind of lose their connection a little bit, if that makes any sense. But once you're actually running them up into tune, they work pretty well. give you, I am not a acoustic player in any way, shape, or form, but I'll give you some chords, see what it sounds like. It sounds like an acoustic guitar to me. There you have it. Look for the still pictures and get a close-up look. If you know anything about these things and who made it, where it was made, why it was made, how much it's worth, I have no idea. I don't think it's worth a whole lot of money. I'm probably just going to give it away to a kid now that I have it playing correctly. Got some new strings on it. But it's an interesting piece of history. That lawsuit era of the 1970s, when the Japanese started making guitars that the Americans made, and even better. So, interesting. I thought we'd take a look at it. See you in the next one.